Good afternoon. My name is Inger Stevenson. I am speaking to you from the UK because I thought that it would be really good to give the wider 5 billion sales community an update on what was actually happening right now with the company. I would just like to say at this point that I am not doing this in any official capacity. I am just an affiliate exactly like everybody else. I'm not with the management team. I'm not a founder. I'm not an investor. I'm simply an affiliate, okay? And in the same way, I'm not support. I cannot help you the same way as any other leader or group team leader or whatever in 5 billion sales. We cannot help you access your accounts right now. We are just affiliates exactly like you. The other thing I would like to say and mention straight from the beginning is that 5 billion sales is a UK registered limited company. It's registered at Companies House in the UK, which is the official government organisations for companies in the UK. Official how? Well, basically, it's attached to the UK tax authorities, so it's completely legal. Any company in the UK that is a limited company has to define which goods and services their company provides to the general public. So, for example, 5 billion sales, when they incorporated the company, had to say what their business activity was going to be. And in the UK, we're not allowed to change from that. If you say, this is what you're doing, this is what you have to do. So 5 billion sales, official legal name is Guaranteed Sales and Data Limited. And they have a very strict set of rules that they can operate by. And that is official, it's government, it's there. All the information you can find in the About tab, which has always been there on the website. So take a look if you're in any doubt. The company is 100% legitimate, and especially a company that's offering any kind of financial reward or anything like that in the UK is under huge scrutiny. So, you know, again, if you want to be rest assured, please go and check that out on the website. It's never been hidden, it's always there. As many of you know, I registered with 5 billion sales in the pre-launch phase. Many people said to me that it was a scam, but I understood data. I knew that data was king. We only have to look at who is actually making the big money on the planet right now. You know, there's Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these companies, and they're all data-driven because they're all free services. And in the data industry, if you like, there is a saying that is, if a product is for free, then we are the product. And we are, because everybody's profiting from user data. And, you know, we're not paid for clicks or emails or anything like that. We have the opportunity with 5 billion sales to sell our browsing history data to the company. The company does not rent, share, distribute, or do anything else with our data. They keep everything in-house and the data is gathered anonymously. So I knew that about data. Every app, service, platform that you have on your device is right now mining and selling your data. And the worst thing is we are giving them permission to do this every time we allow cookies or accept terms and conditions. Every time we click our machine, we're giving these companies permission to do that. But none of them are paying us. 5 billion sales is the only company that is successfully set out to pay users for their data. So I knew the product was good. The second thing I liked about 5 billion sales that it was no investment, which is really unique in this day and age because most companies require you to invest some kind of money, even if it's only, you know, $10 or $25, they want something. So I knew it's completely free to everybody, which is great, which means it's a big opportunity. The other thing, well, even better than a big opportunity, it's an equal opportunity. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, where you're from, your age, race, gender, religion, academic ability, none of that matters. As long as you have access, as some of you know, to some kind of device, you have the ability to make money with 5 billion sales. So this is very good. It was simple and easy because we were going to be paid online for what we're doing anyway, every day. Everyone I know is online for at least 2 or 3 hours a day. With 5 billion sales, you only need to be online for about 20 minutes a day and you can make money. So this is very good, really cool, actually. Also, the KYC at that time was to help people in less economically developed countries. 5 billion sales, way in pre-launch said, we will not require you to do a KYC until you've earned $2,000. This was amazing. I thought this was one of the boldest moves that a company could make, because a lot of people in less well-off countries, especially, we all have to pay now for our documents, our passports, our driving license, or our ID. And these documents are usually expensive, and even more expensive if you're in a country where you're not very well off. So to help people, 5 billion sales said, okay, what we will do is we won't require you to do a KYC until you've earned $2,000, because that means you're earning money. You then have enough money to replace your documents. So when you've earned over $2,000, you have enough money to do your KYC properly, and you'll be able to withdraw the rest of your money. I personally, and many of the other people in 5 billion sales, we thought this was a great move. This is fantastic. Here you are. We have an equal opportunity to earn money. No investment, doesn't matter who you are, and you don't have to do a KYC. So this was really a very generous move by this company. So launch was scheduled for December 2021, and they hit some hiccups because basically COVID hit the UK very badly, so it was delayed. Again, lots of people said, oh, it's a scam, it's not going to work, and all of this kind of stuff, and especially when the launch was delayed. But 5 billion sales, if you didn't know this, they lost 3 members of their team to COVID. The 5B HQ is in London. Just before Christmas in London, COVID was so bad, it overtook the whole of the capital of London, and the army had to be drafted in to help the hospitals, essentially. So, normally you couldn't just expect 5 billion sales to carry on when the whole of the rest of the London was at a standstill and the army was helping the hospitals. And also, when you lose a lot of members of your team like that, you can't just employ somebody who can work a computer and send an email. You have to get proper technical people in to take over. They have to learn the code. And you have to be careful as well, because you don't want to have any criminals invading your company. They had to make sure that these people had to be screened and trained and so on. So, the launch was delayed slightly. But, for all the doubters who said, oh, they're never going to launch, they're just going to run off with your data, well, 5 billion sales did launch, and they launched in style. Then all the doubters stepped saying, oh, they're never going to pay you, they're never going to pay you. Well, again, completely wrong. They were paying people at the first opportunity that they could. And as many of you know, you've seen the testimonials. Everybody is, well, not everybody yet, but most people are being paid, or they earned some money by now. The other thing is that 5 billion sales also realized that there would be some people who would take advantage of the situation. And now what we have, and the problem that we have that's been created, is that we have essentially fraud to the company, not from the company, but to the company, fraud on a grand scale. So the company has had no choice but to really slow everything down and lock and block some accounts because of the cheaters, okay? So what does cheating mean? Who is a cheater in the company? Who has caused this? Well, cheating means you've created multiple accounts in your name or other names. You made fake names. You validated for other people. You've entered a fake phone number or a fake country, or you've put in, you're validating when you're away from your location. So you're not on holiday, but you're actually living in 2 countries, or you're messing around and you've got 2 accounts or whatever. That can be resolved very easily with 5 billion sales, but the creating multiple and fake accounts is a whole different thing. What some people didn't realize is, or took advantage of, really, not that they didn't realize, is that 5 billion sales were very generous, again, to help people in less well-off countries, people who only had maybe 1 device or 1 computer for the household. They said up to 8 account holders can use 1 device to browse and sell their data to 5 billion sales. But unfortunately, many people took advantage of this, and they thought, okay, 8 of us, we can have 8 accounts on 1 device. That's great. I'm going to make 8 email addresses on my phone. That means I'm going to get $800 in, commissions. Wrong. 5 billion sales, yes, they did say you can use, or 8 people can use one device, but that meant 8 separate accounts browsing and validating for their own accounts, not one person making 8 accounts and, you know, trying to scam the company. Because if it's just one person and they've created 8 accounts, 5 billion sales is only going to get one set of data. And we're being paid for data. So why would they pay $800 to somebody who was just cheating the company? They're not going to do that. Again, this is small scale cheating, but what they really didn't expect was the amount and the size of the cheating. And I'll give you an example. Well, an example is people in various countries, I'm not going to name any countries, but in various companies have set up literally factory-style organizations to cheat the company. You can buy a domain name for $1. With this domain name, you get 1,000 email addresses. So if somebody goes out and buys 10 domain names, they can create 10,000 email addresses and fake accounts again, and then sign up with 5 billion sales for free, pretend, you know, validate data and all of this kind of stuff, and then they're going to get thousands of dollars. Wrong. But, however, people have done this. A member of the 5 billion team management told me that they had sat in on a Zoom call to an African country where one of the leaders in Africa had said, listen, forget about this one account business. Don't bother with that. Don't worry about the KYC. Just put in some fake ID. Ignore everything that the company is going to say to you. It's going to be okay. This is really scam on a grand scale. Just at the weekend, 5 billion sales closed one account in India that had over 200,000 accounts in their name. This is, you know, like $2 million worth of fraud here. Are the company going to pay this? No, they're not. They're not stupid. And it's because of these cheaters, and, you know, well over now, 1.5 million accounts have been locked and blocked due to this cheating. So everybody's been affected. It's more prevalent in some countries than it is in the others. But trust me, every country, there's somebody doing it all over the place. And people are doing it in your levels, which is why you may not be a cheater. Is everybody a cheater? No, they are not. There are many, many millions of 5 billion sales users and active affiliates who are not cheaters. However, if you have people in your downline that have cheated, 5 billion sales cannot pay you that commission. So therefore, your account has to be locked and blocked and checked out. This is the fault of the cheaters. Again, 5 billion sales have tried to do a good thing. That's the only thing that they wanted to do. Pay you for something, or pay us for something that we're doing already online. Is anybody else doing this? Is Facebook or Instagram or Google, are they paying you for your time online? No, they are not. 5 billion sales is the only company that is doing this. So I've had a lot of texts from people who say that they're disappointed and they're frustrated about what's happened. Let me tell you, there is nobody as frustrated as this company, because 5 billion sales has tried to do a good thing. They want to pay you. It's all about data. We have the data, they want the data, we want the money, they're going to pay us. But unfortunately, they're not going to pay people for making fake accounts or multiple accounts or validating somebody else's data. They're not going to pay for that. It's one account per person, which it's always been from day one. That person has to browse and they have to validate on their own account. So yes, we are encountering problems, but this is not being caused by 5 billion sales. This is being caused by the people who are trying to cheat the company. So to begin to get some order back into the situation, 5 billion sales has had to slow everything down. It's still business as usual. Many accounts are have not been blocked. My personal account has not been blocked, and the people, my core people in my team, none of their accounts has been locked or blocked, which makes me feel comfortable because I know that they've been doing everything properly. They're just still operating as normal, waking up, validating, and so on. So what 5 billion sales did a few days ago was they decided to slow it all down and put some simple security checks in place before people could get into their account. And when I mean simple, I mean asking for your name, or for your address or something from your profile, an easy question, if you like. Over 50% of the people who were asked about this were not able to provide their name or their address. Come on. If you can't put in, and this is all run by machines, by the way, it's not run by people. And the machines, you know, they don't lie. They don't care who you are or whatever. If you're asked for your address and you put in something wrong, then they know that it's not you. They know that that account is not you. And in many cases, a lot of these people could not even give their name. What does that mean? It means that the account is not real. So, gone. And if those people are in your downline, then your account is kind of suspended as well, because that means that that $100 commission that you would have earned from them is not real. So it's gone. One good thing is that later on, when your account reopens, you will be able to see all the accounts that have been deleted. I've seen this from one of my downline. I've seen the screenshots. It's delete, 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 delete. So you can see who was basically in your team, who you maybe wasted time on, who was actually a cheater. So again, this is the way it's working. And what I can say to you is, why? Why don't you know which name you put into your profile? Why don't you know the address that you put into your profile? This is the most basic information. And that says something to me. It's number one, you don't value your account. Maybe in the beginning, you know, you didn't put your right country in or something like that. But, you know, you had the opportunity to go into your profile and check. If you're living in Nigeria or India, why have you put USA down as your country? Because this is basically fraudulent. And because 5 Billion Sales is a legitimate company, and because they do have government scrutiny, because it's a big financial organization, the people who are putting in fake information are actually creating fraud for the company, which could get the company into trouble, because the data that they're collecting is fraudulent. It's not real. If somebody's other phone number is not there, or their country isn't right, or their name isn't right, it means that that profile is a fake. And this is why, 5 Billion Sales have had to reel this in. Again, they probably expected, a few people might make a few extra accounts, but they didn't expect people to go out and start making factories and call centers for this kind of thing. I mean, this is fraud, and it had to be stopped. So if you're a person who valued your account and the opportunity that you were given, you would have put in your correct information to the system. So this is where we're at now. You're not, the people are not taking the opportunity seriously if they don't put in their proper access to their profile. The other thing that's going to happen is that KYC, so now some of the changes that are coming in basically are, there is going to be no more 8 people using one device. That's not going to happen. Now it's going to be 1 person per device, 1 account, that's it. This is what the cheaters have done to you people, not 5 billion sales. Now there is KYC is going to be mandatory. That means every single person has to do their KYC. Again, thank you to the cheaters, because if you don't have much money, you're going to have to somehow, if you want to take part in this business opportunity, somehow you're going to be able to have to find the money to update or get new documents so you can put it into the KYC. For any withdrawal, you have to do this in future. Other things, there will be extra security checks, and the KYC will be more strict than it was before. Before it was kind of easy. You just had to put in a document, your ID, and maybe 1 proof of address. I don't know exactly what is going to happen now, but they're going to make it stricter to protect the people who want to do this properly. People like me and other people in my team. I love this opportunity. This is a real opportunity. It's real for everybody to make money. Why should we be penalized because of these cheaters? So 5 billion sales are going to protect everybody by making everything safer. This is another thing that they're going to do. So expect extra security checks. Will your account be restored? If you're not a cheater, most probably yes. But 5 billion sales have to go through the whole system, and there are absolutely millions and millions of accounts that need to be looked at, checked out. After a period of time, or I've heard actually this morning that some accounts have already started to be unblocked, which is great news. If you have not cheated the system or the company or tried to cheat the company, you have nothing to worry about. Your account will be restored. But you need to be able to answer, you need to be able to say what your name is and which country you live in, and it needs to be correct. And your KYC needs to be correct. So you have got the opportunity to come in and your account will be there and everything will be fine. If you have been found to cheat the company, they don't want you. There's no way that you're going to get back in, and that's it, because they put extra security measures in place. You won't be able to get back in. So forget it. They don't want you, and the affiliates who you've upset, the honest affiliates, they don't want you either. There's other things. Oh, somebody mentioned to me about facial recognition, the way that they have on some of these crypto programs. I mentioned that to 5 billion sales and they said, no, that's not happening because you need to have access to government databases for faces. It's really complicated and so on. And in my experience, having dealt with crypto companies and certain banks, the ones that have used those, they actually don't always function correctly either. And maybe some people's devices, they don't have enough power or memory to be able to do all of that anyway. So that's difficult. The document thing is going to stay the way that it is right now. What 5 billion sales is going to do is they are going to contact you. Everybody needs to be patient. Everybody also needs to not try to contact support. 5 billion sales know what is going on. Support can't help you right now. Support are dealing with all of this backlog and everything like that. They won't contact you in the same way that the leaders like me and the other leaders that who do Zoom calls, we can't help you because we don't have access to other affiliate accounts. It's as simple as that. There's nothing that we can do. We are all on the list as well to wait to see what is happening with our accounts. It's as simple as that. The only people who can do something about this is 5 billion sales, and they're aware of the situation, and they're going to, get through everybody, and they're doing all the checks, and then they're going to check everything manually, and then they will release your account as long as you manage to pass the security. If you don't pass the security because you don't know what your name and address is, then they have no choice but to leave your account locked. But if you're honest and you haven't tried to cheat the company, it's only a matter of time until your account will be restored. So, do I have all the answers? No, actually, I don't. But I wanted to give you a little update because, this is such a great opportunity to share and for everybody to make money that, the company's not going to go down. The company's only going to get bigger and better and stronger. 5 billion sales, where are they? Well, they haven't gone. They're not going anywhere. They didn't shut down the site. They are here and they want to take everything to the next level. I'm proud to be a 5 billion sales affiliate. I'm proud to wear the shirt. I'm proud to be associated with this company because the company is good. The company is honest. The company is legitimate. These problems have been caused by the cheaters. And it's a big shame because they're depriving people, they have deprived people in less well-off countries from being able to take part in this opportunity. People who maybe only do have one computer in the household. This is all stopped now. One person, one device. So those poor people have now been stopped from being able to participate until they have a device or can access a device on their own. People who previously didn't have their KYC or, they'd lost their KYC or couldn't afford to update their documents or something like that, or their passport had run out or their ID card. Well, now, unfortunately, they have to somehow find the money to get that so they can put in the documents for the KYC. And again, this is being caused by the cheaters. So if you're out there and you're one of these people who have tried to scam 5 billion sales, all I can say is shame on you, because you have affected a lot of people who really, really needed this money and this opportunity. So, and you haven't gained because you didn't make any money. All you did is to screw it up for other people. But 5 billion sales aren't going anywhere. They're here to stay. They have, we're in the right place at the right time with the right product. There are 9 billion people on the planet. 9 billion almost. And nearly everybody has a device of some kind. Everybody's browsing the internet. So each of those, we're not selling anything, but each of those, if you like, is certainly a potential user, not a customer, but a user. The scope is huge. In fact, the opportunity right now only got bigger, okay? Only got bigger. And this is great for the people who want to do this properly. Your opportunity, now you're going to fly with this. Once your account is open, you're going to be able to go out there and you're going to make lots of money. Because this, yes, it's been a little bit of a bump in the road, but this just goes to show and to prove the company is legitimate and committed to the affiliates who are in the company and committed to doing the right thing. So again, for the last time, I can't do anything. Please don't WhatsApp me, email me, LinkedIn, Facebook, messages. I can't do anything. The posts are, updates are put on Telegram. Everybody really should have been in touch with and registered and joined the official 5 Billion Sales Telegram channel. You all want to make big money, so you need to just do a few little things to help you along the way. I've put out loads of posts in the last few days explaining what's going on. People just don't read them. If you can't be bothered to read, then how bothered and how much do you value this opportunity? Everybody is trying to help and assist and to get this thing moving and to calm the situation down. Again, 5 billion sales is not going anywhere. We are here to stay, and we are only going to be bigger and better and brighter and stronger in the future. And anybody that has a device that's online that wants to make money is going to make an absolute fortune by just doing 3 simple things. You registered for free, so you're in. All you need to do is share your affiliate link. You will make money. The more you share, the more you will make. So that's really all that I have to say, except please be patient. Understand that we or any of the other leaders do not have access to your accounts. We cannot help you. You're in a queue. You just need to be patient, calm it right down, and pass on this message to everybody in your team. It's going to be resolved. It's being resolved now as we speak. Accounts are being unlocked as we speak, and you will hear more good news. The guaranteed sales ads, again, this was delayed due to people trying to scam the company with the guaranteed sales. I'm not going to get into all of that, but you have to appreciate that this has now started to move forward again as well, and people are seeing that their delivery notices are coming up, and that's all going to move forward. So there is movement. You may feel, oh, I'm stuck, I can't get into my account. For goodness sake, when you get your account back, value your account. Make sure your profile is all fantastic. If you move house, make sure you update your profile. If you change your phone number or whatever, anything, you get married and you change your name, anything, make sure everything is in order. Make sure you prepare your KYC documents before you do it. Some people said, oh, well, I couldn't do it because it happened too quickly and all of that kind of stuff. Well, then, get organized. Have your ID and your letters with your address or whatever it is that's required. Have them on your PC or have them on your phone. Have them ready. This is a business. This is a business opportunity with big money for you. So if this is what's required, then do what is asked of you and is what is required. There are millions of accounts to get through. Please be patient with support. Don't contact them again. I have to keep saying this because people are, I woke up today and I had, 250 WhatsApp messages and 250 on Telegram. It's impossible. Nobody can answer all of these things. And even if we could, we can't do anything. It's a process. 5 billion sales are working 24/7 to resolve this situation. Okay, I have 100% confidence in this company because every single time, no matter what they've said they're going to do, they have delivered and they have paid hundreds of thousands of people. Okay, so it's all going to be happening soon. I'm going to release this and I will do more updates as required. But I think myself I won't need to because you will be hearing from 5 billion sales directly. So please be patient, take care, and guard your accounts when you get them back. Don't give anybody access. Make sure everything is in order. So thank you very much.